Welcome, little one. This is your first day. Your designation will be RP-01/138. We expect great things from you. Join Delta Squad. Delta 40, your foundation. A pure and uncomplicated soldier. 6-2, the heart and soul of your team. And 07, the fiercest hunter of all your brothers. You are each a piece of a whole person. And the Republic will call you to defend and give your lives if need be.
Let me start off by saying I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I have been since I was a kid, and I always thought the clones in Star Wars were one of the coolest things. I think that they don't really have enough screen time in the movies, so when there's a game that's pretty much all about the clones, I'm already sold.
Welcome to Geonosis 38. It's nice to see they finally unhooked you from the simulators.
Star Wars Republic Commando is a first-person shooter, and like most shooters, the story is probably the weakest point. But I can look past all of that, because the core elements and the core mechanics of the game are so well put together that it doesn't really matter what the story is about or what you're even really doing. The only thing that really matters is that you get through it with your squad.
Delta Lead, squad mate 07 is now in your vicinity and remaining covert. Proceed with caution.
07 locking into your hut, sir.
I think that's why I like the game so much, is that there's just so much that you can do that newer games don't really bring that to the table. They don't really bring the feeling that you get in this game of commanding your squad around and having the feeling of feeling like you're in control of the situation that is completely chaotic. There's bugs flying everywhere that are shooting at you with magic wands, or I mean that's what it looks like at least.
Don't stand a chance against me.
Moving to your mark.
Fixers out.
So what I would really like is another Star Wars Republic Commando. That's what I really want. I want to see a Star Wars Republic Commando 2. Even if they were just going to make a remaster, I don't want them, or not. I'd settle for a remaster if they just updated the graphics and some of the sounds, and that'd be great. But what I'd really like is like a remake, completely remake it, and improve upon the mechanics that are already there. And that would just be one of the coolest things in the world to me, if they finally brought this game from my childhood up to a more modern standard. Looking back on it, it's almost not even important that it's Star Wars. And to me, yeah, it is cool that it is a Star Wars game, but it's not important that it is Star Wars. It could be played by someone who's never even watched a Star Wars film. You could go back to it and play it without knowing anything about Star Wars and still enjoy the game. If you don't know Star Wars, it doesn't really matter because it's just a fun game.
Prepped and ready. Warriors en route.
Fire in the hole.
So let me talk about the guns a little bit. I'm not going to talk much about the guns because I'm not a big fan of a lot of the guns, but the standard gun that you get, it spits out lasers as a normal machine gun would, or normal laser rifle would. But what's really unique about it, and what's really fun about it, is its attachments. The attachments to the gun are the funnest things about it. There's a sniper attachment, and then probably the funnest attachment is the anti-armor attachment. I think the level design is also something that is maybe a little bit underrated about the game. I'm not really going to tell you much about the story or really much about the levels. I'm more going to focus on the second chapter of the game, the second zone. To me, this level is very interesting because it starts off. I mean, it has one of the coolest parts of the game where your two buddies are just fist bumping, and the camaraderie there is just something to behold. And what's really cool about this level is once you get into it, you're inspecting an abandoned cruiser. it's a very creepy level right from the beginning, and I think, you know, anything creepy or anything horror-like to me is an A-okay. You get a thumbs up from me if you can add creepy to your game, even if it doesn't need to be overly creepy or even horrifying in any way. Just a little bit of creepiness here or there. You get a thumbs up. And adding that to a Star Wars game was quite interesting to me because the way they went about it, I mean, you start off and first of all you meet these horrible droids that just absolutely deplete your health. Man, they're kind of hard to hit, and they just suck out your health so quickly with this nasty little zap thing. And then when you actually do kill them, they suicide bomb into you and explode, and it's just the most horrible thing. And that's the first enemy you're greeted with on this creepy level. The beginning of that level is just really interesting to me because it's a creepy vibe that I was not expecting as a kid, and going back into it, it still holds up to me. As you move on through the level, you start seeing clones, mostly dead clones.
Hey, you're a commando. Thank goodness.
What happened here?
I'm not sure. I was scanning the maintenance corridors when I heard blaster fire. By the time I got to where the noise was, everyone was dead.
So you came to the torpedo bay to hide?
No, sir. I was trying to launch a torpedo and alert the Republic. But you're here now, so no need for that, eh?
Look
Thanks
out.
for the rescue.
What a waste of good genes.
Anyways, my point is, bring back Star Wars Republic Commando.